I don't hate them. I fucking love robot spiders. I'm Sam.
Where can I sign up for a furkini? I'm Jackie.
I heard Da Vinci's death ray was also shaped like cock and balls. I'm Justin, and this is Lost Empire on Stinker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at these!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at these!
No more hangers!
It stinks.
Hangers!
Get to the chopper! Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast about bad movies for bad movie lovers by bad movie lovers. This week on the podcast, we've got another Jim Wynorski film, the first Jim Wynorski film as it was, called The Lost Empire, starring a bunch of Russ Meyer fans, or friends. Friends of Russ Meyer. So, chesty ladies. What year is this from?
Oh, the one thing I didn't write down. What a fucking dickhead.
What a dickhead.
What a fucking dickhead.
Hi, Jackie.
84.
84, okay.
I was going to guess 84.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been right on.
Yeah, mid-80s Wynorski is always the hot shit. We've all seen this once before, I believe.
No, this is my first time.
Oh, really? Okay, all
I
right.
never got to see it until now.
I think Jackie and I watched it, but
Yeah, this is my second time seeing this.
Yeah. It's
Still entertaining.
everything you can expect from a Jim Wynorski movie. Actually, just the one thing you can expect from a Jim Wynorski movie.
Sure, yeah.
It starts off with a round circle in the screen that's just bouncing back and forth between somebody's boobs.
Right. No, he knows. He knows what.
There's two things. He's going to make jokes, too.
Yeah.
So there's boobs and jokes.
Corny jokes.
Whereas he says babes. He doesn't, he skirts that. Anytime he's being interviewed, which is very rare, he dodges interviews like a madman, but so there's a lot of boobs in your movie. He's like, what, you don't like babes? And he never says boobs himself. He's like, I like babes.
Maybe he thinks that's just how he pronounces it. It's his silly accent.
He's just pointing out that he likes the rest of them, too.
Oh, yeah, right. So
Yeah.
the whole package with the
Yep.
Wynorski. Sam, what can you tell us about The Lost Empire?
Well, the Lost Empire was supposed to be some lost money.
Like, where'd the money go?
I
dropped my attaché case filled with zillions.
So there's a World War II war hero named Henry Plitt, owned a theater, and among other things, and he needed a tax loss.
Oh.
So Corman shipped Wynorski over to him. Just like, yeah, he'll fucking lose you some money on it.
So
right?
let me get this straight. If you're not doing well in business, you can just pick up the phone and call Roger Corman.
He's got to know Corman, right?
Right.
There's not any, and I guess because he owns a theater, maybe the connection to Corman with this Plitt guy is sort of hard to track down. But
Another failed business on line one, Mr. Corman.
it's not failed. That's the thing. He's doing too good. He needs to lose some money,
Right, okay,
for
gotcha.
the purposes of taxes,
Right.
And we can not pay taxes. All right.
Tax evasion on line two, Mr. Corman.
So he's like,
Paul Manafort on line three. God damn it, I don't want to talk to Paul Manafort.
do we still have the Crocagator?
Right.
We could send Manafort to that. The Sharktopus. We have the Sharktopus still.
Yeah, right.
Can we send Manafort to the Sharktopus? So he sends him Wynorski because you're gonna be able to do the whole picture. And I think at this point, Wynorski had come from New York and he'd moved to L.A. to become a movie, even though he's a medical professional, right?
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna make movies with tits and jokes. And
I like babes.
And Corman's like, okay, shut up and write a couple strips. And he did. He wrote Sorceress and Screwballs. Before this, and they both did okay, and he was like probably bothering Corman enough that he's got this Plitt asshole on one line, and all of a sudden Jim's on the other side like, I can make a movie now, and they're like, oh hey, you know what, you two can both fuck off over here. And
Wait a second. He's a medical professional?
Oh, Jackie wants to back up.
yes, he's the guy that makes booby movies.
Oh, okay.
But I believe he went to medical school before that.
Right.
Well, then he would know how awesome they are.
Yeah, I looked at a lot of naked bodies when I was in medical school, and I think I like them. Well, not the dead ones, but...
Whatever. The dead ones would roll in, and the first thing he'd do is be like, nice cans, and then poke him with his finger.
Ew. They're usually homeless people.
Wait.
They clean them off. It's not like they come in there smelling like piss.
Just don't open their mouth, Jim.
Are you talking about cadavers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh. Yeah, I couldn't be in the cadaver business.
No, it'd be icky.
No, I just do horrible things.
Oh, like you're a grave robber? Or
no,
like
they'd
you
be
steal
like...
bums?
They'd cut open the cadaver, and there would be like a dog inside there, and inside the dog was a cat and then a mouse. It's like the turducken of cadaver stores, right? And I'd be laughing, and they'd be like, wow, you're fired and going to jail. Look at you.
There's a fucking xenomorph inside of it.
It pops
And
out.
at the very inside of the mouse, a junior mint.
Right, of course. Kramer shout out.
So anyway, Plitt is like, he doesn't tell Wynorski that he's trying to lose money. He tells Wynorski that he wants to make a sci-fi movie.
Oh, boy.
And so, but this Plitt guy has two needs. He needs his money, he needs some money lost, and he wants a sci-fi movie. And Jim Wynorski's like, yeah, I can do that, but mostly no. Because this isn't really a sci-fi movie.
No,
at all.
It's I don't know what it is, really.
It's got a couple of paintings.
Yeah, right.
It's got 2 paintings.
Yeah, so...
They show you those paintings a lot, though. I mean, they got their mileage.
The closest thing I could associate genre-wise with this movie is a ninja movie. I mean, what? I don't know what genre it falls in. Is it an adventure? Yeah, right.
But yeah, so this, I think this Plitt guy is like, well, you know, I'm going to need to lose some cash, but at least I'm going to get, like, Planet Terror or something like that. That's what he's expecting.
Yeah,
he's not expecting
right.
Star Wars,
Right.
but he's expecting planets, and he doesn't even get that.
No.
He gets this instead.
Right.
But it's funny because, like, Wynorski doesn't know that, so he's like, I'm going to make the movie I want to make, which is usually what he's doing anyway.
Right.
And he makes this, and Corman lets him use the studio. Plitt pays for it, and then everybody sees it, and there's, like, Corman's like, what the fuck? Like, I guess the way that Wynorski says is he's never seen him hate something so much as he hated this movie or something like that, right? So, and then Plitt's like, yeah, I like these ladies. Let's put this in the theater, and then it fucking makes money.
Oh, no. Oh,
So
no.
it turned over. It didn't cost much, and so it didn't have to do great, but yeah, he needed to do 2 things: make a sci-fi movie, and lose money, and he didn't do either one of those things. Success. And that's an instant classic in Bad Movie Lovers.
Right.
As far as the cast goes, you have Raven de la Cruz, who's sort of at the tail end of her career, probably. Actually, I don't know. I think that she made money taking her shirt off for like 40 years. Probably.
Right. She's the super huge boob white star character.
Yes, and she was in Russ Meyer's Up.
Okay.
Was the one that wasn't the one you were thinking? It's Up.
Yeah, not Faster Pussycat Kill Kill.
I'm pretty sure that's Kitten Navidad is the one in Faster Pussycat Kill Kill.
How do you end up not in a movie named Faster Pussycat Kill Kill if your name is Kitten?
Maybe.
Like, you got 2 career paths: Russ Meyer movies or Batman the show.
Sure. But like between the 2 of them, these were the big boobied ladies that are in every magazine for
pinup girls.
Yeah, but these are like the like Stag and those sort of magazines, like the off Playboy Penthouse sort of the off Broadway path of skin mags.
Isn't basically anything beyond Penthouse like really gross?
Yeah, but they don't. So it isn't. I think I've seen both of the Russ Meyer girls in a lot of these 70, back in the day when we did before the internet. When you had to like look at 70s porn.
You got the Sears catalog or you got 70s porn.
Sure. And they were in the sort of classier piece of that magazine, so they weren't like sitting on a corn cob or stuff like that, right?
Oh my God.
There's some weird shit in those like gallery. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Yeah, there was some off-brand titles in the porn, and but the Kitten Navidad and Raven de la Cruz were in. They just toured all of that stuff, and they also actually did touring shows as well, where they'd go to like gentlemen's reviews and do their own burlesque thing.
What's that nudie magazine in Billy Madison? Like 80 and up or something like that.
80 and up. No, yeah, there was Yeah, 80 and Up was the one where they had the Granny G spot.
Yeah, the Granny G
and
spot.
then there was Shemale Fiesta was the other one. But
Billy.
and those were in the 90s.
Right.
You know, Billy had a strong sexual appetite.
He didn't have a lot else to do.
Yeah, exactly.
He had sex with the delivery lady.
Are you sure about that? I think she wanted to have sex with No, you're talking the maid. I'll be your snack pack.
Oh no.
Gross.
No, he just wanted a goddamn snack pack.
Right.
And she wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, the lead in this the one person that doesn't take her shirt off is nobody.
Angel.
Yeah. The other gal,
probably the perm that did it.
the third one, Angela Ames, she is also sort of big in the magazine circuit.
Okay.
That's where those two came from.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then we get Robert Tessier. He's the heavy that had the eyebrows that kept changing.
Oh, that's not Tor Johnson? How about that? Huh.
No, but we've seen him before because he's been in a bunch of shit. He's a stuntman.
Yeah, he looks
and then he always gets to be the heavy.
Right, well, because he looks like Tor Johnson.
I was going to accuse him of being a pro wrestler because he's got a pretty commanding physique.
Yeah,
he's a big dude.
He looks like that guy that Indiana Jones punches into a airplane.
Yeah, he
engine.
does.
Yeah.
He might be that guy.
Right.
He reminds me of the strongman at the circus.
Yeah, or something like that. He's got that, like...
He's got that
big
very barreled
shape.
chest.
Yeah. He's just
broad
big.
shoulders.
Yeah, right. He could probably bench press, like, all three of us at the same time. Well, except
I
for
don't
Sam.
know. If anybody can bench press me, they're pretty strong.
That's what I was saying, too.
Yeah.
Well.
And then rounding out the cast, we have Angus Scrim from Phantasm.
Oh, yes,
and he's
yes.
fucking laying it on.
Oh, man. Yeah, he is. He's
That's
at a
the
12.
sort of stuff that you get with your first-time directors or early in the career. It's not just that, like, it isn't just sometimes that you can't get somebody to bring themselves up. It's that you can't stop people from fucking dialing it to 11.
Right.
You can't just be like, dude, turn it fucking down
he
right
is
now.
pretty mellow in Phantasm, and, like, if that's what he... like, here's my breakout chance. Hey, buddy, you're not Patrick Stewart, all right?
It was like he was sending postcards to Shatner that said "eat shit" every time he delivered a
Suck
line.
it, buddy.
Good God! And then, of course, Blackie Dammit. Did we do 7 Deaths of the Ninja for the show, or we would just constantly talk about it as?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, we did that one. Brett Huff.
Yeah. And the lady, I can't remember her name either, but yeah. Yeah, where he's the Nazi in the wheelchair.
Nazi, yeah.
And he's fucking outlandishly... Blackie Dammit is fan-fucking-tastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I need
Who
it
is
all.
Blackie Dammit?
He's the
douche cop.
The douche cop.
Oh, yeah, that guy's... Ugh.
Probably the best actor in this movie. I mean, we could just say it. He's the best actor in this movie, Jackie.
He got shot in the penis. I don't know how great of an actor he is. And then he just stood there. Any real actor would have been like, oh, my God. Well, I'm getting shot in the penis, and then they would just fall over.
He freaked out pretty good. I think maybe you tuned out the Blackie Dammit or something. He's Anthony Kiedis' father?
Yeah, he's Anthony Kiedis' father.
What? How old is Anthony Kiedis? Because if Blackie Dammit
He's in
right
his
here,
50s,
right? He looks Blackie Dammit. This is 84, so Red Hot Chili Peppers is when's Mother's Milk? Like 87.
89.
Maybe and then I thought they had an album before Mother's Milk, didn't they?
Yeah, they had like 5.
Yeah, no. If this is 84 and Blackie Dammit's his dad, Anthony Kiedis was born when Blackie Dammit was like...
He was
12.
probably in his 20s.
Yeah.
He could be 50 here. You
I don't
know,
know,
right?
man. He looks pretty young to me. He looks like he's about 30.
Well, I don't want to make huge speculations, but if the apple didn't fall far from the tree, then the Blackie might have been into the heroin.
Yeah,
and that does slow the aging down real nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Putting his cock in a sock.
Guess what? We're all 20 years too late to get addicted to heroin and stay young. If you were thinking about that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
When do we start heroin? Like, when is it like, well, you're going to die, so might as well do heroin, right? When did we get to, what is that, like 70?
I don't know.
You can start doing heroin without any negative effects. You know, I'm a junkie, but guess what? I don't remember where my keys are.
Well, I think if you want opium, you just got to take the minivan down to the primary health and tell them you have a headache.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I start sneezing and pee my pants, that's when you start doing the
When your urethra has loosened to the point where you have no bladder control and you have to wear diapers, you just turn into I can't, for some reason I can't think of a junkie. Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, he's a junkie. His
his
character in the show that I didn't watch. Right? Yeah. So.
Okay, all right.
And that's pretty much the size of the leading up to Lost Empire.
The Lost Empire.
And then we also have the walking Prel commercial, Paul Kufos.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, Rick. Of course his name's Rick.
Rick was a handsome dude.
What? He looks like a mashup of Barry Bostwick and Tom Atkins.
Dude.
I thought his head was actually a Pert Plus bottle.
Oh, my God. I thought he was handsome.
I believe his middle name is Feathered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved his hair. I was like, wow.
I couldn't see anything except his hair. It's like,
Right.
my God, that body is amazing.
Is Pert Plus the one that's the first shampoo and conditioner in one?
I don't know if it was the first, but it was what I used. Yeah. And it's funny, too, because I'd go to the hairdresser and get my hair done. Mm-hmm. She's like, your hair's great. What shampoo do you use? And I'm like, Pert Plus. And she's like, don't use that. I'm like, you just told me my hair was great. What the fuck? No, I'm not going to spend $40 on some Vidal Sassoon bullshit. And I don't give two rats' ass if they clean sidewalks with Pert Plus. I'm going to keep using it. And then I found Suave, and it was cheaper and it worked better. I was like, fuck you, Pert Plus.
Oh, my God.
Now you just use soap.
I just use...
use
well, no,
Ivory.
I don't use soap anymore. I just use... I use Suave for
All over.
all of my body, my dishes, and my car.
It's mostly because you're a gorilla and you don't have any choice. I mean, you're covered in hair.
Exactly. But you do your dishes with it.
Yeah.
Do you wash your beard
Oh, yeah.
with shampoo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, it gets
I
gross.
think it would be gross as hell if I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that you had to do that.
He's got what's Gandalf's friend? Radagast? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just have bird shit and food in your
I
hair.
would have birds living inside of it if I didn't use Suave on it.
Okay, are we ready to talk about
I believe
Lost
so.
Empire?
Unless, Suave could give us some cash to do the show. I will.
This episode of Stinker Man is brought to you by Suave.
I will sing their praises because I've been suaving myself up for about 25 years.
We just lost half of our listenership because they're like, oh, God, they're finally doing commercials. Son of a bitch.
We don't want them talking to us about shampoo.
I either got to hear podcasts where they sell Harry's razors or fucking Pert Plus now.
Yeah, or porn toys or something, right?
Porn toys?
That's Adam and Eve is how, or not Adam and Eve, but one of those adult carriers that's Mark Maron's only sponsor.
What?
He's been living off them for years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How about that, Mark? All right, Lost Empire.
I wonder if he gets free samples.
I don't think... Mark Maron probably doesn't really give a fuck about sex. Like, he hates everything, so, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh, God, I got to do that now. Ugh.
Either that or it's the one thing he does like. So he's like, yeah, you'd be my sponsor if I had free samples.
Mark Maron's got a dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nipple clamps, all that sort of stuff. He's like Christian Grey.
He's got so many sex toys that you just think they're lamps and shit. There's so much of it around. You're like, all this shit can't possibly be sex toys. And you start looking at everything, and everything's a dildo.
Right.
Like, holy shit, that lamp's a dildo.
The Anal Intruder 9000. All right, we got to talk about this fucking movie, guys.
Sure.
The Lost Empire from 1984. As Jackie mentioned, we opened on some kind of bust. I mean, it's just right there.
These are some nice fake boobs.
It's very impressive. And then it cuts. I think this is clever because he opens on a bust and cuts to a bust. You get we get introduced to the Infinity Stones basically immediately that are the eyes of this statue that has a snake coming out of its mouth.
There's only one eye.
Yeah,
Because
right,
dude.
later, the Phantasm bullshit guy, he already has one of the Infinity Stones.
Right.
There's only two. But the second one is in some bullshit store on Sunset.
Right, like
It's in Chinatown.
the kind of store you go to buy a mugwai at. But apparently it's a jewelry shop.
But that isn't even the place you get a Mogwai at because it's kind of like low rent.
yeah.
There's like...
You could probably get like a payday loan there too.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's not good enough for payday loans.
Seems like you can get like a royal necklace, there's like a jade bird and then like a Walkman.
Right.
It's like, wait, what is happening here?
And I'm not gonna lie, it looks like the statue somebody's kid made it.
Oh yeah, it's not. This is a very budget movie, Jackie. The props department wasn't paid a lot.
No.
But anyway, she leaves the bust, and the storekeep guy goes to close up the store when in come ninjas. I mean, are they ninjas?
They were already in there because when we see the bust, you can see like the black 3-fingered hand trying to get the eye.
Well, yeah, they can't be ninjas because they've only got 3 fingers. So they're like monster people who are dressed as ninjas.
Maybe they just have like 3-finger gloves to throw shit off.
Huh.
Those couldn't be ninjas, but then they're, oh my God, they're super ninjas, because if you're a ninja disguised as not a ninja but still kind of a ninja, that's like so ninja.
That's super ninja.
That's super ninja, because you're like, I can't even tell if that's a ninja. It's so ninja. So these are like super ninjas.
These are super ninjas.
With incredible yo-yo skills.
Yes, instead of throwing stars, they have throwing stars attached to ropes.
These are Christmas ornaments.
They are Christmas ornaments.
And they spin, and I guess their spinning causes bullets to magnetize to them and then deflect off them, is the only explainable way that this works.
Really? I thought that when they start spinning the ninja stars, it's like their intimidation. Like, oh yeah, we got these.
The way that it was shot, like the first time you're just like, wow, this guy that owns this store is a really... Because these ninjas show up and they start dangling some Christmas ornaments that spin, and then the store owner's like, fuck you guys, I got a 44 here.
He's got a hand cannon.
And he decides to start filling them full of lead, except you can't hit shit.
Can't hit shit.
Like the first 2 shots you see him pull, you're like, Cody, you just hit the lamp.
Right. He's a total Abilene.
But then they have a couple of actual, cinematic shots that show like a deflection off of one of the Christmas ornaments.
And also that they're barely dodging these bullets too. Like some of the bullets they dodge.
Yeah.
Whether they're being deflected off the ninjas, but like these guys are barely moving.
Yeah. Either way, he unloads his gun and he doesn't hit shit.
Yeah. And then they ninja star him in the back of the head.
And so he jumps out of his own window.
Well, you never know. You know, if you throw yourself out the window, at least somebody can find you.
Right.
And maybe they can remove the star and you'll only be slightly
Well, I think it
brain
sets
dead.
off the alarm because
does.
the cops show up immediately. Like the donut shop is next door. And they come in hot.
They don't even give a shit about the guy outside that's bleeding to death.
Right.
They're like, if you're dead, we'll avenge you. If you're not, we'll avenge you. And they...
Hey, what's going on in here? Ninjas?
You know, as a police
Not
officer,
sure if these are ninjas or not.
at that point, I would probably just be like, okay then, and turn around and leave.
Yeah.
Like, because this is way above my pay grade. You
think-
people
yeah.
are obviously part of some kind of crime syndicate.
You're
and
super ninjas.
Yeah, I'm out.
Like regular ninjas is probably a little bit to deal with here, but you're super ninjas.
But at the same time, we're dealing with early 80s LAPD here, so...
They shoot
they're
first,
like,
ask question later.
Yeah, no. What are we doing, Rick? I can't hear you. I'm firing my gun, dickhead. Shut up until we shoot things. Because that's what they do. They just blaze in and just blow the fuck out of these ninjas. And they're like, so the Christmas ornaments don't work?
Right. Yeah, I don't get it because these guys, like 3 of them get shot in the fucking chest, like immediately.
die. They're all dead.
And like, but they get some of the cops too.
They all die. Everybody
dies here.
There's a part where one of the ninjas uses his knife to stab one of the police officers to death, who then plays dead, but then is like, I'm not dead yet, comes back alive, and then kills the ninja and then dies.
I got stabbed in the throat. I'm okay. For long enough to kill you.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Nobody got the eye of the statue. Like, mission not accomplished. So who are these fucking super ninjas? Are even they even related to anything else? Or is this just a failed fucking Ocean's 11 type job?
They have the same symbol as the
do.
island people.
Okay, all right. So they are part of the...
Right, so they are part of a crime syndicate that these cops should have just been like, you know what? Take all the jade birds you want. I'm out.
Technically, they're ambassadors of the Empire of Magatu. Because that's what this place is. It's the Empire. Like, they're there to be They probably have diplomatic immunity.
I don't think that you get to buy an island and then be like, this is the island of Jackie.
Yeah.
I am the president.
I think that's exactly what you get to do.
I now want a car with flags with my face on it so that when I come to the country, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I'm pretty sure that's how island ownership works, actually, Jackie.
Huh. I should get one of those.
We should all get islands.
We should just pool in together.
And then we could, like, have wars.
So-
Like we could launch, like, stuff at each other.
Even if they have diplomatic immunity, they are not immune to hot lead. No. They're still all dead.
Consider it revoked. Little Murtaugh.
Yeah. Didn't you see the little flags on their car? Oh, fuck. Whoops.
I do now.
Hey, we left our coffee in there.
Hey, they had guns.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Well, I thought they had guns.
They had ornaments.
Yeah.
From
They
Christmas.
looked like guns, so I fired first. Yeah, I don't. Wow, good job, everybody. Then we weirdly, like, this is how rookie Jim is at this point in time. After this entire sequence, we get an opening scroll.
Yeah.
Like, you have to lead with the opening scroll.
And he ran it too fast.
We couldn't read it.
I read it. I got all the way through it, and I was able to, like, the problem is it's moving too fast, so it's hard to read.
Uh-huh.
That's one problem. The real problem is it's 3 paragraphs long, and all it says is magic rock.
Right. That there's this group of people called the Lumerians.
Sure.
And I guess they're part of the empire of the Mugatu, and they're trying to build the Infinity Gauntlet.
The Lumerians made the stones.
Oh,
and
okay.
then, like, Lee Chuck, who's the Phantasm guy, has one of them, and he's the Empire guy. Because the bad Empire, according to Pert Plus, is only 200 years old.
Right. I also thought LeChuck was the spooky ghost pirate on The Secret of Monkey Island. Little shout
That
out
is
to,
LeChuck. Yeah,
little
but
shout
this
out
is
to LucasArts.
Lee Chuck.
Lee
They're
Chuck.
different guys.
I hate grog and root beer.
I just kind of thought that it was going the correct speed at first, and then in the editing, they were like, man, this is fucking taking too long. Speed that
Jim,
shit
a little
up.
wordy.
They ramped it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm reading now, I have it to read faster.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God.
Now there's a hostage situation at the elementary, I guess. I don't really know what these guys' deal is.
There's no way to find out. Some guy with red hair that looked like he just got off of an overnight drunk tells us that there's terrorists in there.
Right, who are holding the children hostage. So.
And this is a terrible idea for
What?
these terrorists.
Okay.
One, those kids are all going to smell like pee.
Oh, yeah.
It always smells in an elementary school.
Well,
so
and
you're
then-
stuck there.
And then they're scared children who then pee.
Yeah, that pee. So, the one guy's got, like, the kid tucked into his arm.
Uh-huh.
You know that kid has peed on him at least twice.
Right.
So, now he's ruined his pants.
Uh-huh.
He's, if he comes out, everybody's going to be like, look, he peed his pants.
Yeah, it's Bradley Cooper.
Yep. And it's not like you're going to get good food there.
Choco milk.
Yeah, you'll get the chocolate milk, and that's it. It's not like you can, like, go down to the cafeteria and be like, I think I'm going to make myself a taco. No, you can't, because they use non-meat in their tacos.
What are your demands? A whole lot more chocolate milk, or
Yeah.
we're going to start shipping out bodies.
Oh, no, you know that even if you're holding a gun and you're a terrorist, the lunch lady's still going to give you fucking the business if you try to drink more than one chocolate milk. She's like, you get one. Come on, chocolate milk.
So then the Rotor shows up on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's Angel, is her name, the lead of this movie, I guess.
Yeah, her name is Melanie Vince.
Yeah.
Vince. There's a lot of VINCZ.
She's one tough cop. She's like she's more tough than Riggs, to pull out another Lethal Weapon reference. Like dressed head to toe in leather.
Yeah.
Black helmet, like a riot helmet is her motorcycle helmet, which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "What's this itch?" And the captain yells at her, "Oh, you're doing too much damage here, whatever Arnold Schwarzenegger's character's name is in Last Action Hero. You're causing a ruckus." And then she's like, "Tough shit, buddy, I'm going in." And drives her motorcycle through the front door while punching a guy.
Yeah, and then eats shit.
And then eats shit.
Well, she's gonna eat shit because you know that they wax those old floors.
Oh yeah, man, you got that little buffer thing.
Yeah.
It's like
the
a
janitor wasn't bothered. He's like, fucking kill them all.
the school Zamboni, whatever that thing is.
I think it's just a buffer.
Yeah.
But the janitor's, he really puts his aggression out on the buffing because he only gets one fucking chocolate milk. It's like a goddamn Fort Knox with the chocolate milk.
They've even switched the keys to the chocolate milk locker.
Oh
so
my
he can't. He's got keys to everywhere
Right,
except that
right.
one chocolate milk locker, and he's like, fucking.
There's like you've got the hand scanner and the fingerprint, the eyeball thing, and then a passphrase, and then a number pad, and then still a vault behind that keeps all the chocolate milk.
Yeah, you can only get there nefariously if you have Catherine Zeta-Jones and Tom Cruise's.
Right, yeah. So she pulls in, starts blasting she leads with punching a guy.
Yeah.
But then just blows him away.
Yeah, she's like, I should have just shot you.
Why did I punch you?
Yeah.
That was totally unnecessary. I wrecked my bike to do that.
Also, she just leaves that bike in the school forever. Forever.
Right.
That's like, oh, that one's there now. Fuck it.
The janitor's like, well, I wanted chocolate milk, but I got a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I don't think she could have picked it up. She's probably like,
Yeah, she's pretty dainty.
yeah, nope, I'm good.
It's also wedged in between the lockers.
Yeah.
Like, yep, that's there forever. Bye.
I mean, at that point, you're just like, and if you guys can get that out of there, you can donate it at the next raffle.
Uh-huh. And so everybody's dead. She turns around, punches FBI guy, Tom Atkins.
Wait, go back.
What?
Because the best
Oh, yeah.
shoot in this entire,
Best shoot.
the best shot she gets off is through the globe, through Africa in the globe.
Yeah, right.
That was so badass. I wanted to make sure that we mentioned that because that was one of my favorite things.
Okay, cool.
And then she also, like, the guy that she shoots stays alive long enough to get her one-liner.
Yeah.
Right, like, you got dissed, buddy.
Yeah, it wasn't even a good one.
If you're going to go back to school, make sure you learn how to count.
Yeah, that's it. That was it.
And it's a lady. Dang. But then, yeah, she turns around and punches Tom Atkins, who's an FBI guy. That's all he
It was
is.
Pert Plus.
He's Pert Plus. And she's like, oh, hey, punched you. Now let's fuck.
Well, then we get the third bust.
Right.
Because he's like, what does he say? You're hustling. Or she's like, how'd you like the bust?
How about a bust in the face?
Yeah, something like that. A bust in the mouth. How about I bust you in the mouth?
Right. And he's like, please do. Meow.
But then they go to the sex scene and you don't get to see her boobs.
Yeah,
No,
she doesn't get him out.
She doesn't
It's
get
very
him out.
strange.
She does everything but.
Yeah. She gets a phone call after banging Pert Plus, and she learns that her brother,
It's her brother.
Okay, Robbie, he was the last cop that died in Chinatown.
Oh, so she actually knows this guy?
Yeah, it's her brother.
Okay, because I was like, I just thought he was some cop that was dying, and she's like, not this guy.
Not rookie cap.
No, he's a rookie. And then she has a picture of rookie cop. I'm like, why do you have a picture of this fucking guy? I guess it's your
Because
brother.
she's a psycho. If it wasn't her brother, she's one of those ones that goes into HR when everybody's on lunch and
right.
she's like, new guys. And then she takes the pictures of the one she thinks is cute.
Right.
And then she hangs them up on the wall and then she just X's them out after she gives him a punch in the mouth.
Right, a bust in the mouth.
A bust in the mouth.
Yeah. And like, there's some really piss poor dialogue here that's hilarious where it's like, he was so young, he wasn't even alive long enough to learn how the game works. There's some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, what the
He
fuck?
doesn't. He wasn't even old enough to know the score.
Yeah.
What score? And then Rick's like, Pert Plus 2, my hair 2 as well, because it's awesome. And I don't know if my hair or Pert Plus is winning.
But then she walks over to the brother and he gives her the Chinese star, right?
Right.
And he says some bullshit that I can't even understand. Something about like, there's a stone and it's glowing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
find it.
he just repeats the opening scroll basically.
And then she leans over and the doctor's like, oh man,
Move
we
it. Stat.
gotta start doing
Defibrillator.
CPR.
Charge.
And so she leans over and gives him a nice gentle kiss.
Like,
and it's
she-
like,
get
see you
the-
tomorrow.
Get the fuck out of the way, lady. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
No,
So-
she says, see you tomorrow.
I know. It doesn't make any sense. Like, she may have killed that guy
Yeah.
by not allowing the defibrillator to get on him.
So in real life, when they were shooting this. They only got one take because there was an actual emergency at the hospital.
Oh, fuck.
And they're like, get the fuck out of here, Wynorski. Get your movie out of here. There's people dying.
So, like, she just ad-libs something. See you tomorrow, guy. Well, that's it. That's all we got time for. I guess that's what happens here. Oh, that's bananas. So, Pert Plus is like, hey, let me see that ninja star. Oh, there's stuff written on the back of it, I guess, or a symbol. He's like, that's the symbol of the ghost pirate LeChuck. He sent his men and killed this guy. And she's like, damn it. I got to do something about LeChuck, I guess.
So this is how she knows to go to the jewelry store.
Right.
Essentially. So,
right.
So what do you do when you need to go to the jewelry store? You put on a tight sequin jumper.
Oh, man.
Oh, I guess she had that on at the hospital.
That's
did.
just her normal clothes. Yeah,
That's her very professional cop / backup dancer uniform.
Yeah. And, you know, you go check it out.
And her checking it out is pulling her gun and just aiming it at random things that are happening, because I guess the place is all fucked up. Like, the power's out and there's, like, sparks coming out of the wall and shit. She's like, which distracts her enough to have the stone float out of the statue and into her purse.
Yeah.
Like, it chose her.
Also, we should note that Blackie Dammit's character is being fired right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being arrested.
Because he
was in charge of the case.
Right. And so he went there and they arrested him.
And then she asks the guy, like, what's happening here? And he's like, I don't know. I really don't. Okay, I wasn't interrogating you. I believed you the first time, you weirdo.
Why is that guy getting arrested? He's the detective on this case.
Isn't he the lead?
You know, I don't know. I don't know.
I really don't.
I really do not. So weird.
There's a bunch of really bad acting in this sequence.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
It's fantastic. So she pulls back a curtain, and there is an Asian man dressed as Colonel Sanders,
who has really awful plastic surgery eyes.
Right.
Doesn't this guy just completely fuck off after they take him?
Off.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, let's be racist for a minute.
Right.
Let's take this Asian man to a Chinese restaurant so he can eat the food that he likes. He's like, this isn't even really Chinese food, you idiots.
Yeah, and he just backs up the opening scroll, too. Like, he's Special Branch. He's the man from Hong Kong who got sent over to, like, hey, you got to bust up that Infinity Gauntlet scheme.
Yep.
And then he just says, yeah, I'm here to bust up the Infinity Gauntlet. And she's like, that's no such thing. And he's like, I'm pretty sure. And is gone.
And he leaves.
He's got better things to do. And
Like-
he's not going to eat that shit on
Like,
the table.
Not his job. Because he doesn't get involved in busting up the Infinity Stones at all.
I don't know. At this point in time, he's probably like, oh my God, I'm in America. I got to go to McDonald's.
That's
That's
his
what he
priority.
wants, diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Came
wants
all the way from Hong Kong to get a stomach ache.
Which
Yeah.
you realize they have McDonald's in Hong Kong, Jackie.
Not back then, they didn't.
I think
I'm
in
pretty sure
84
they
they did in Hong Kong, but it wasn't until like the 90s that Russia got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty popular everywhere for quite some time.
Oh. I thought that was just in the last 10 years.
Dude, what? No. God, we went to England like 10 years ago and they're freaking on every blog. Anyways.
That's England.
Yeah, all right. So she now is like, she goes back home and the phone rings the door rings and she opens the door and there's two cops there and
Yes.
she's like, he's dead, isn't he? And they don't say a goddamn thing.
You know why?
They just fucking leave.
So budget tightness, you have to pay people more if they have lines.
Oh.
So Jim couldn't afford to pay them more, so they just had to look sullen.
Right.
And then fuck off.
And then fuck off.
Because they could only get, $200 or whatever.
Also, lady, you were there when he died. You watched it go down and had a conversation about a ninja star while they were slapping electrodes to his chest.
Yeah, like how long have these people been looking for you?
Right. Hey, Robbie.
Pretty sure that happened this morning.
Robbie's dead. I know. Duh.
Uh-huh. And about the plants on your front steps, they are also in bad shape. That's why we're actually here.
Did you see that band Crucial Taunt? Oh, man. So now she's like, oh, fucking shit, man. I gotta fuck some shit up. So the plan is to make a kill squad of busty ladies. Sort of. Team of 3.
This is like when the movie becomes Street Fighter 2.
Right.
Kind of. It never really gets there, but it's like, I guess I need tournament fighters. So she takes a fucking long-ass Jeep drive dressed as fucking Annie Oakley.
Right.
Sparkly Annie Oakley, I will add.
To where a Native American man, who may or may not be a Native American man.
He's the chief.
Hey,
He's in the article in the newspaper.
okay.
So
That she has saved him at one point, and she has the white feather. And White Star has said that I will help you whenever you need me. Just throw this feather in the fire.
How is that related to the Native American guy?
He's the chief that's sitting there that's also in the newspaper.
So she helped him or White Star or both?
She helped him, and White Star's part of their tribe.
And White Star's like, that was pretty cool. That was a good solid you did back there.
So if you ever need me, here's a white feather, throw it in the fire. So if she does, and then she brought the newspaper article just in case White Star forgot.
Hey,
and she's like, hey,
remember
no,
me?
see, I've got the article. I saved your fucking chief. Now I need your help.
how does she save the chief? It seems like he can beam his ass into space whenever he wants to, because he does that in this scene.
He does that in this scene. And she's like, that man just turned into Xanadu and disappeared.
The movie pays no attention to the fact that this man beams himself into space right here and never is seen again.
Right. She can't even be bothered with it.
No.
I got this feather
come on.
ritual.
It's not like you wouldn't even give a shit about that, because when she throws that feather in there, there's all kinds of sparks and smokes, and the fire jumps up. And all of a sudden, there's this lady dressed all in white on a white horse.
Maybe
There
White
was a
Star-
lady, because all I saw were 2 of the biggest boobs I've seen
Right.
in a while.
Well, it was a lady with hair and 2 big boobs, okay?
Maybe White Star is the chief.
Oh.
Like, she didn't beam herself into space. That was just she was there the whole time.
She's a super duper ninja?
Well, she can be summoned by burning feathers. I think that she's got some pretty big superpowers, and they're attached to her bra.
Yeah. She doesn't have magic after this. It's like, wow, your guys' magic is kind of dumb.
Does she or doesn't she? I have
don't
some
know.
questions about that we'll get into later.
She is seduced by a snake. I'm going
Does
to go
she?
with no.
Does she? I got some questions about that we'll get to later.
Yeah.
White Star's character is pretty dubious.
Yeah.
But I think it was just Jim saying, God, those are huge boobs. Let's get them into something that's got tassels on it.
Sure.
Now you're a Native American, and you got superpowers.
Yeah, she says things like Kimosabe and doesn't sell it at any point.
Nope, and it kind of is not real cool. But anyways, where the fuck are we?
Now they need to assemble.
Now they're at the bar.
Yeah, they go to the
Go
bar.
get some brewskis.
Like, I've summoned you magically from a feather. Let's go knock down some beers.
I have been stuck in Xanadu for quite some time. I haven't had a Bud Light in 6 months. Let's do this.
That's like she's trying to fill her in on the action plan and what is it?
White Star.
White Star's just like not having any of it, goes straight to the bar and just starts doing Boilermakers. Just like gets shit housed.
I pissed myself.
Yep. Let's beat up those rednecks.
Right. Yeah, they go outside. It's also should be noted, like, the inside shot, like, kind of leads you to believe that they went directly from the fire ritual place in the middle of the night to the bar, but it's like 10 in the morning outside.
And the horse is outside.
The horse. A White Star's horse?
Is outside, parked next to her Jeep.
Oh, that's like, okay. So
And,
she rode there.
She rode there
They
on the
went
horse.
directly there.
Yeah. And, there's a Rape Town bar.
Yeah, there's
Rape Town rances.
they get into a Thelma and Louise situation here. Well,
Yeah.
They don't drive off the cliff together. But
No.
They
But
do.
it's
They do fuck up these guys who want to rape them pretty good.
The one guy seems like he's just like, you know what, you want this. And then the other guy, he comes out and he's like, here's a knife. I'm really rapey.
Get in the car.
And then the other guy's kind of like, I don't know, wait a second, this is escalating a little bit. And then they start getting their ass kicked. And he's like, I'm pretty sure I want out, but it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, give me the keys. And he's like, the other guy's like, don't do it. rapey knife guy is telling him no, and he's like, "No, I'm out," and he throws the keys.
Why do I have the keys to your car anyways?
And,
also, why are you so protective of this car? It doesn't have a windshield, and when it did have a windshield, it was worse than Sam Raimi's car.
Oh, it had different colored doors.
It was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
The horns on the front of it were the most expensive feature.
Right. And they were coming off and fall off at any point.
They're baling twined on there.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of these guys and then stuff them in the trunk of their own car.
Uh-huh. And I guess they die.
I guess they die.
Yeah.
It's going to get hot there.
You're going to run out of air eventually.
Yeah.
Well, the seals probably
No.
aren't real great on that piece of crap.
They probably dig their way out through the back seat.
Yeah, right. Past the rat infestation.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, nice to see you.
By the time
Don't mind us.
they break through the Naga hide, though, bums have already shit and pissed all over the inside
Yeah,
of
used
the
it
car.
as an orgy location for a
Yeah.
week. Bum orgy.
Do those things really exist, do you think?
I 100% guarantee you that bum orgies exist.
Have you ever seen one?
I don't.
Have you
that's-
ever met a
I
bum?
mean, 100% is that's a lot of guarantee right there.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes people fall down on their luck and need a little hand up, but other bums are fucking batshit crazy,
Yeah.
like nuts, because they're all hopped up on the goofballs or whatever.
Whatever they can get their hands on.
Yeah. So, yeah, they just pee their pants and then get on top of each other.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see John Eagle from that Free Jack movie. You know, he's throwing wild parties, like Eyes Wide Shut shit, but they don't have anything, so they just put dirt all over their face, like, oh, a masquerade party.
You can see the balls because they can't digitally add the furniture in there.
Right, exactly.
Oh, those balls are weird.
Bum balls. Okay. Also, we shouldn't make fun of the homeless, and we should probably, help them by being a little bit more charitable.
Yes, the more you know.
Bumballs.
Bum balls. Okay, so now they've got two of them. Their next stop is the lady prison, which is, of course, very lady prison, movie lady prison like, where they get sexy outfits to wear.
So, I guess the one lady has like a whole dominatrix thing under her jumpsuit.
Yeah, she's got a whip. Her nickname is Whiplash.
She's a lifer, and they're like, we got to make this more interesting. We'll give you a special outfit, but you've got to start a lady fight like 3 times a week.
Yeah, across the street at San Quentin, there's guys losing their minds in solitary and fucking getting shot by guards when they're, oh, he's trying to escape. Whatever, warden. These ladies are just getting into mud fights. How's that fair?
Well, it's the fairness to the guy that's starting the mud wrestling.
Yeah.
He seems
Creepy guard that's
yeah,
like,
he thinks it's fair.
He thinks it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. In this movie, he thinks like, I just let him do it because it's funny.
Speaking of nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And the dominatrix lady has multiple layers to this dominatrix
Yeah,
outfit, and
right.
eventually half of her nipples are hanging out the top of it.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they get in a big old fight here, her and Heather. And I thought like they were going to pick up Whiplash because Whiplash seems pretty badass.
Yeah.
But then she gets punched in the face one time and they're like, that's our lady.
Yep.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we're going with the little blonde lady who got her ass whooped.
She doesn't have a theme.
And the whole time I'm like, why are we going here? And then Jim tells me, oh, I needed to pick up somebody else. We'll show the tits.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in the next. She takes a shower and only washes her butt and boobs.
Right, of course.
She's got mud all over her face.
Doesn't matter.
And she only washes her butt and boobs.
Is there mud on her boobs?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then I think I figured
Well,
this whole thing out. Yeah.
Yes, because she does take off her shirt in the
that's
mud
true.
pit, right?
Right.
And that bra that she has on is pretty thin. So yeah, she's probably got mud on her boobs.
Yeah, I think she should really, 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 really wash those boobs. Like, really wash them. Like, really, really, really wash them.
They don't get clean on their own.
A little bit more. A little bit more.
They have a conversation here, but I'm not sure what they're saying.
So we're going to get you out of prison because we got to invade a ninja temple. They may or may not be ninjas, but they probably are super ninjas. And get into a tournament fight to bust up the Infinity Gauntlet. And she's like, okay.
She says eat shit first.
Yeah, eat shit.
And then she's like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm in. What else am I going to do? Get in mud wrestling tournaments? I mean, I'll get a fucking Street Fighter 2 tournament instead.
I guess the way it works is that, according to Officer Sequins, if you're in prison, you can get out early if somebody vouches for you.
Right.
She doesn't use like police procedural preference or anything. She's like, as long as there's a concerned citizen that wants to vouch for you, you can just get out. Like, I don't think so.
I don't think that's how prison works.
I don't think so.
So they get on a private jet with the Empire of Magato has sent a private jet to pick up all the tournament fighters who just happen to be in one location. And like they also get to decorate the airport with their propaganda.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't really know how that works. Like they just, I don't get it.
Huh.
Well, they wanted to make sure that the ladies knew where they were going.
Yeah.
You know, put out the flags,
Oh, they can't
some special indicators.
They can't just write their name on a paper plate and staple it to a fence post.
No, Justin, because it's a classy silk wearing affair.
Yeah, they are a fancy empire, these guys.
Yeah, they silk everything, right?
Yeah.
Silk banners, silk clothing. You got to know that they're feeling good.
Yeah.
But it is a little cold
Oh.
because they're not wearing anything under there.
Ooh.
Actually, I think they're flying out of Burbank too because they can just walk right out to the tarmac.
Right.
I flew into Burbank one time, and this was like in the early 2000s still. And they're like, get out of the plane. I'm like, what? We're not. And I'm like, what am I doing outside in an airport? Burbank is crazy.
That's how you used to do it, Sam.
I know. It was weird.
Like that was, you walk out to the plane every
It's like,
time.
I'm going to get hit by a plane. I'm outside.
You should not go outside at an airport. Like, I mean, I've seen how much those pilots drink at the bar in between flights. Like,
Not to mention that, you got the guys that are driving the baggage carriers, and they don't give a fuck.
They do not give a fuck.
They're like, get out of the way. I got to get this lady's shit onto the conveyor belt before she goes and tattles on me, and then I get demoted once again.
Actually, those guys are pretty safe because if you've ever seen internet videos, they're usually dancing with their little short lightsabers and stuff in between breaks. And we know why, because we used to be friends with a gentleman who worked at the airport and was one of those guys, and he went to work high every fucking day. And I don't mean just a little bit high. I mean really high. Like he would smoke a fucking bag before he'd go to work every day. And just be like, man, I got lightsabers. Ugh. So they're not driving real fast, But they are chucking your luggage way too hard.
Don't put glass in there.
Yeah. Anyways, so they get on the plane, and Angel forgets her purse, leaving it with Plus. Yeah, Rick.
Rick gets hit on by a dude, and he's like, oh, worst day ever.
Yeah, fuck off, Rick.
Rick
Jesus
is such
Christ.
a panty waste.
He is such a panty waste.
Yeah. Quit being a panty waste and smile at that guy that just hit on you.
Like, cool. I'm not into that, but thanks, man.
Yeah,
It's always flattering, right?
My hair is fantastic.
I went to the gay bar and nobody hit on me.
Yeah. No,
Seriously?
Yeah.
The record scratched when I went in the gay bar.
They're
and
like,
they were
you're
like,
not gay, go
"Leave.
away. Get out of here.
Get out.
Like, I'm just looking for a boost of self-confidence. Sorry.
Like when I went in there, the record scratched. They all pulled out switchblades, and I was like, I think I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I've never been hit on at a gay bar either.
Right.
It's like they know.
Right.
And I want to be hit on.
It would have been nice.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Would've been nice.
Doesn't matter what's in your pants.
Yeah, I want somebody to notice my attractiveness.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guy.
Come to think of it, when I go to normal bars, women don't hit on me either.
Yeah,
though.
that's
So
also
I might just be a cave troll.
Yeah, you might be.
When the three of us are just ugly fucks.
All right. So, anyways, they arrive at the Empire of Magato, which is just a really small island volcano.
Is it an island volcano? Okay, so it's not by Parmistan.
It is not by Parmistan. It looks like Parmistan.
It has about the same sort of laws.
I don't think you get to call yourself an empire when you are on an island that looks like it's about 200 acres.
And there's fucking 15 of you.
And most of the island is occupied by a volcano. So
I thought it looked like a mountain of crap.
Yeah.
You know that those ants in Africa go into and they make their...
Ooh, the dung piles.
Yeah, the dung pile. And maybe with a little bit of dry ice.
Yeah. It looks about as good as Dreyfus's mashed potatoes mountain.
Yeah, but they do have a space needle.
They
They
do.
do.
Yeah.
that they live in, or it's just like that's cool?
Unclear.
Yeah, I don't really
Well,
understand.
at one point they point at the Space Needle and they indicate that that's where they're keeping the slave women.
Okay.
But then later the slave woman is in a cave.
And you're like, wait a second, slave women? I
What's
thought this
happening
was a
here?
tournament fight.
Huh. I'm very confused on how this operates. And why are they an empire? I think somebody should be like, dude, you're just a shitty island.
And you're like, isn't this guy trying to get the rocks?
Yeah.
And one of the rocks is getting itself?
Right.
Oh, Rick gets confused, so he just gets shithoused.
Yeah, right.
We're not going to see him for a while because
Right.
he's just going to get
Just
drunk.
goes home and gets plastered. They get their first step of being part of the tournament fight is arguably the weirdest and invasive sexual or physical exam ever. Like they get like weird things on their like. There's a dentist that's got like a laser gun that doesn't do anything. But
Yeah.
confuse you.
It seems to be a very arbitrary entrance exam,
Right.
where one woman seems to be completely violated by a man with rubber gloves.
Yep.
And then one of the lead actresses just kind of gets a sparkle mouth check and is good.
Great, she's done.
Yeah, I think they're going from station to station is what you're supposed to think. And I think that they're checking all the orifices to make sure you're not a spy.
Oh,
The prison pocket is not going to work in this situation.
Yeah, right. Why did you have a grenade shoved up there? Who put a corn cob in there? Brought that with you?
It's Stag magazine before I
Stag.
came over here.
Yeah. Gotta pay rent. With my butt. And one of them has a bug, I guess, in her ear, like a recording device, and they pull out and they're like, spy, spy. And Tor Johnson comes over and fucking snaps her neck. She's dead.
Almost pulls her head clean off.
It looks like he's trying to pull her head off. Or pull it apart or something. I don't know. He's a little rough right here.
And then our one blonde lead, the cop lady, whose hair is now going to start to decay for the rest of the film. Dude. It just starts getting crispier and crispier, and the
permier and permier,
and like you see it like falling apart, like her hair got Thanos'd.
Right.
Like they just put too much perm on it, and it started to fall apart.
Ladies, I'm going to give you a top tip. At no point in your life ever say, I think it's time for a perm. Never say those words ever. We hate them. We hate perms.
Yeah. If they weren't $40, I would have done it at one point for novelty.
Yeah, right. Like I'm an asshole and I'm going to make an ironic joke about how stupid my hair is.
I'd want to be able to hoff it for a week.
Yeah. I don't think he ever had a perm. I think that's just his hair.
Yeah, I know, but
he's perfect.
I can't do that, so if I want to hoff it, I got to get a perm.
Right, yeah.
You definitely would have to get a perm.
Oh, yeah,
Justin.
my hair.
I don't even know if they could perm your hair. It's so, like, not.
It would just come out.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, you had hair when you entered. Anyways.
Which would be a. Never mind. I'm like, yeah, make him bald.
Hey, that's not nice.
You would look like Dr. Evil.
Yeah,
you would.
No matter what you wore.
Right. It would be sweet. Maybe I should do that. Anyways, so back in L.A., Rick wakes up from his drunken stupor because the Infinity Stone has decided, well, I've been in this purse for a while. Maybe I should check out what's going on. So it floats out of the purse and just kind of hangs out.
It's like, hey, buddy, I'm in here. And he's like, shit, that's a magic rock. I should take it to my girlfriend.
I should take it to the one place where I shouldn't take it. To the place I know where a guy is trying to build the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand deliver the last stone to Thanos because my girlfriend's there.
Because my girlfriend's there.
I'm an idiot.
He doesn't think this one through.
He does not. Like, you fucking bury that, but I guess doesn't matter because the Infinity Stone wants to be reunited with the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever's going on in this place. Because it's like, hey, Rick, I'm in this purse. Can you fly me to Magato?
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that, glowing stone.
He's like, no, I can't.
I can't.
I'll snorkel you there.
Don't have any money. I'm on a blacklist with the TSA, so I'm
also just scared to fly out of Burbank. I feel like I'm going to get hit by a plane.
The last time I was on one of those airplanes, I looked out the window and there was a man on the wing.
Yeah, there was something on the wing.
Yeah, something. So, anyways, he fucking scubas there.
It's a snorkel. It's not even a tank. He has a fucking snorkel and flippers. He snorkels to an island.
Across
an
the ocean.
island empire.
Right, with the lady's purse.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the other side of Catalina. I mean, we don't know these things.
We don't know, but either way, you can't swim to Catalina, Sam.
You can.
I don't think you can.
I think somebody has.
Mark Spitz?
Maybe. Jack LaLanne pulled all those boats, but that was not
I guess
great.
you can swim across the channel. People have done that, so don't do it. I'm not
Don't do
advising you to swim to Magato, okay?
Especially, it's not there anymore.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
So Angel goes to bed and gets attacked by a robot spider.
Yep.
For why?
I think it was supposed to be spying on her and taking nudies.
Oh.
Like it had a little camera in it. This is my theory.
Okay, all right.
This is the nudie spider, and it's supposed to be all stealthy, right? Because it's got soft little legs and stuff, right?
Right. Yeah, it's a tarantula.
Yeah. So they put one in everybody's room, and then when they fall asleep, they're like, all right, tarantula spider, take some pictures.
You do remember the part just like 5 minutes ago where they were told to take off all their clothes in front of the dudes and get a physical examination where they got things put inside of them. So I don't know if that's a really good theory, Jackie. If they need the spank bank material, they probably just have it already.
Plus, they seem like after you've been there for a week, you become a sex slave anyway.
Yeah, you're a sex slave anyways and sold to Saudi Arabia.
They don't sell you. They just keep you in a cage.
Yeah, well, I thought that they were going to. Like, that was part
Yeah,
of
they were going to sell the contestant number 2, and she
Mm-hmm.
escaped and twisted her ankle.
Yeah, Cindy.
Oh.
Cindy Blake. So, yeah, I don't know who sent in the spider and for what purpose, but she smashes it and then tells us.
I'm telling you, it's a camera because they have to, if they're going to sex traffic these women, they got to have pictures to show potential clients.
Take the pictures when you're giving them the physical examination.
No, you can't do that.
Well-
then they'll know something's up.
Huh.
Plus, these spider pictures are going to be like blurry and of one nostril. Because the camera's on their person, right? It's like, what is that? It's
She's
what
got
is
a
that?
big hole. That's her
Yeah.
nose, dude.
Oh.
Ugh, I guess do I still jerk it?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Is that a thumb or an armpit? I can't even tell.
hot. Yeah, then she looks at the camera and tells us, I hate robot spiders.
Like, how many times have you encountered these
She
spiders?
has dealt with robot spiders. She's got a long history.
Yeah, I'm telling you, perverts.
Maybe it was Wynorski talking directly to Michael Crichton over the runaway business.
Right.
I think that was before this, wasn't it?
I think so. I think Runaway's
Yeah.
like 83 or something
Yeah.
like that. So
Those
that
are-
is a Tom Selleck diss.
Yeah. Eat it. Eat it, Michael Crichton. I'm sorry you're dead.
Runaway stinks. The first pair
Runaways.
of boobs I ever saw was in Runaway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a fateful day. My
And
dad didn't tell me to look away.
Oddly enough, Gene Simmons is in that movie, and he's going to have boobs in another movie.
Right.
Weird.
The second set of boobs I ever saw were Gene Simmons.
Oh.
Yeah, like 2 years ago. There was a very long dry spell between boobs.
Ah.
Yeah. So, I guess the next day is their physical prowess test?
One of them.
Because you don't just enter the tournament fight and then get into tournament fights. You have to, are these ladies good enough to be in our tournament? Well, you flew them there.
Yeah,
you
you
went
would've-
and picked them up.
Wanted to figure this out first.
Right.
You got to see if they can run and, run through the cones and, shit like that. You don't want them tripping during the tournament.
You kind of do, because it seems to me like the tournament is meant to kill them. They don't fight each other. They fight barbarian dudes.
Yeah, and then she fights and kills the barbarian dude, and then we get Phantasm dude for the first time. He's like, oh, that was our best guy. And this seems like a flawed system.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
you
make any
could have
sense.
given him a better mask.
But he can't see
He
shit.
can't see anything.
Or-
And you start them out at the top of the ladder,
Right.
and then if they win, you're like, oh, fuck. Wait a second.
What's that ninja movie? 13th Chamber? Shaolin 13th
Yes,
Chamber, something
13th
like
Chamber,
that.
something
Don't
like
you
that.
start at the top at that one and work your way down?
No, you go up
Oh.
and everything.
Okay. You never
Octagon was like that too, I think.
Go. Yeah. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And if you're killing these ladies by a barbarian guy who has a katana, how are you then selling them? Like, where are their slaves coming from? Are those the winners? Because that's not what they say. They say those are the losers of the tournament fight.
Who's buying them? Based upon what they're like. For the most part, they've done well to select attractive women, right? I guess that's like they're overthinking it, maybe.
Big boobs. Because
they're like,
I wouldn't go that far. Only 3 of the 9 ladies are worth looking at, and those are the 3 that are the stars.
Right. Yeah.
Cindy was all right.
Yeah, Cindy was kind of hot, but she had a broken ankle, so
Yeah,
She can't.
damn
wants
it.
that shit. She can't dance anymore. She got a broken ankle. She'll never dance again.
I don't understand what the Empire of Megatu's deal here is at all. So White Star gets invited to dinner by the head of this group called Dr. Sin, I think his name is.
Yeah, and he's both Dr. Sin and Lee Chuck and the guy from Phantasm laying it on too thick.
Yes. And I don't know why he invites her to dinner, but he's like, so here's the deal. I'm evil. I want those Infinity Stones, and you got some big boobs, and now do the dance of the 3 snakes.
Well, he's chosen her to be his empress.
Is that what happened?
Is that
Yep.
Okay.
And she's like,
I thought he was going to eat her.
I might be a space teleporting Native American gentleman, so you might want to rethink that. Might not. Yes, huge boobs, but I could be a shapeshifter. We're not real clear.
So I thought he said he was going to eat her.
Well,
He did.
well,
But then she's magic, so she's uneaten.
Well, then she
And he's
comes
like-
in and he's like, you can be my empress and sit beside me. I've chosen you and blah, blah, blah. She's like, why is this wine so shitty?
Yep.
This wine is gross.
he's like, behold, the face of the Gorgon, which then makes her take her shirt off and lay there while a snake crawls on her.
Yep.
I think you're supposed to imply that he plows that.
Are ya?
That's what I would think.
Are ya?
I thought this was very sexy, though, her sitting there with the snake crawling around.
Because my understanding of the Gorgon is once you look at the face of a Gorgon, you turn to stone. That's what I thought was happening.
But
She
she
doesn't
can-
see his face. He
He
just opens
says-
it up and shows her wiener.
Huh.
Because
Maybe
he's got the people mask on.
What if he's got a Gorgon for a peener?
Behold the face of the Gorgon.
And it's his balls.
This is balls. I don't really understand here because she seems like while the snake's writhing on her when she doesn't have her shirt on, she's entranced or something. But then later it seems like she just kind of faked taking a nap.
Yeah.
She just saw seaweed dick.
Okay.
She is in a trance. She's like, oh my
She's
God, that
not.
was so gross.
She's not in a
I
trance.
wonder if it's filled with cheese.
She fakes the trance because when somebody comes in later, she's like, oh, I better pretend I'm in trance. And she just punches him and escapes.
So maybe this is her magic.
Right?
That none
That's
of
what
his
I'm saying.
magic works on her because she's magic.
If a normal person sees the face of the Gorgon, they take their shirt off and have a snake writhe on them until the Gorgon tells the snake to stop. But she's like, it doesn't work on me.
So we're seeing so little magic here is because of by reasons of magic cancellation.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Secretly in her head, she's like,
Also, it's just an excuse to get her tits out.
Yeah.
she's got some nice boobs.
I don't think that they are nice. They're nice for us, but dude, could you imagine
Yeah, that would
walking
suck
around?
for
It
her.
would suck. These aren't fake boobs. These are massive, real boobs that should probably get reduced. Like, lady,
Well, I'm sure she did
wanna
when
walk
she
later,
was
right?
done.
Yeah, they got to be fucking 15 pounds each.
I don't know. She had like a wool thing on, and I'm pretty sure there was 4 sheep for each boob.
Right. Ouch.
Yeah, she probably rode those things out throughout her career,
Yeah,
right? And then
yeah.
as soon as, her looks start fading a little bit, she's like, all right, I'm going to go have these things reduced.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's what I would do.
Be torture. Anyway, so she's now free. Fucking Rick comes up to Heather and he's like, or no, he doesn't. He gets nabbed immediately as soon as he shows up on the island.
Yeah. He's like, I just snorkeled here from, oh shit, I'm caught.
I'm caught. I'm such a buffoon.
He falls down before he gets caught.
Right.
We should clear that up.
Yeah, that's why I guess if he was still standing, he wouldn't have got caught. I don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't think that was intentional. I think he just actually slipped on a rock and fucking fell down, and they were like, keep rolling.
Yeah, it looked like that happened in the take, that he was trying to be funny.
Right.
With his, like, look at me, I've got flippers, and he slips and eats shit, and Jim Wynorski was like, yeah, you're finally being funny, Rick.
But you want me to do that one again, right?
Nope, we got it.
We got the shot, buddy.
Because, I mean, if you look at his face right after he falls, it's like, eh!
There's also a scene.
He's like, I just got a rock up my butt.
The post-coitus sex scene with him and Angel, where she accidentally punches him in the nose.
Yeah, she headbutts him.
Yeah.
And he's like, that actually hurt.
It's pretty hilarious. So he gets nabbed and gets taken in front of them, because they're all outside doing the tournament fighting thing. They're ready to do tournament fighting, and LeChuck comes out and he's like, so here's the deal. Tournament's over, I guess, because I've got both of the stones, and I don't really understand if I didn't have both of the stones, why the tournament fighting would matter to me anyways, but either way, I've got both of the stones. Tournament fight over, except for you guys have to fight each other, Angel and Rick, to the death. I'll catch up with you guys later. See how it goes. I'm leaving.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
they kind of fight, and then they make out some. And then I guess there's a point where everyone sees where the women are being kept in between here and there.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are, because then...
Well, the Heather and Angel see that, but what about all the rest of the ladies that don't have lines?
I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing, because White Star has freed herself from her trance that doesn't work and comes out with a bow and arrow and shoots Tor Johnson in the chest.
She has also released all of the prisoners, and they're now stampeding the guards.
Viva la Resistance!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
then-
would be a bad day to be a man on that island.
And then what does Tor Johnson do? Like, he says something and chucks something.
He says, I will return, and then he throws his coin purse on the ground and dies.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No, I think we were hoping big time for a sequel here.
Why would he be back?
I don't
He doesn't
know.
have superpowers. He got shot in the chest with an arrow.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Well, maybe he's going to reincarnate. You don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. And what's with the coin purse?
Maybe that's his life essence in the coin purse.
Oh, he's making a donation towards the budget of the sequel. Like, put me in the sequel.
Yeah.
Here's $20.
I do want to say though that this set, I loved the snake, the black snake with the bloody teeth.
Where they fight
yeah.
in front of
Yeah.
you.
I thought this snake would look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really weird that they're having a tournament fighting arena. Like, their arena is basically just the garden. Like, it's
Yeah.
not inside,
Yeah.
like, a gym or an underground, like, Fight Club style basement. It's just in, like, the Hearst Castle garden area. Like, you could also find some nice roses there.
Oh, yeah, we could host a brunch.
Yeah, or maybe like a garden party.
Garden party,
It could be
yeah.
one of those hipster buttholes.
Wine and cheese.
Yeah, a little bohemian shit,
Like, is that a ficus? And I'm like, I don't even know what a fucking ficus is.
No, let's not go with the bohemian shit.
Why?
Because the way that they do bohemian now is not the same. If this was a true bohemian party, everybody would get high, eat the cheese, and drink the wine,
Right.
and then fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Well,
Yeah.
Right.
They don't do that now. Now it's like, oh, this has a real oaky taste to it. Kathy, did you try this?
Now only
Do you
bums
like
have
my
orgies.
do you like my suspenders?
Yeah. Gotta go home and pull on your own wiener.
Yeah.
They don't put their keys in the bowl anymore.
That's why
I think that humanity is getting more conservative as we move forward. The average person is more conservative than like the Pilgrims.
Oh boy.
Oh, really? We're worse than the Puritans? I don't know about that.
We have to have sex standing up because we wouldn't want to put weight on any private parts.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of have the rocking chair sex, do the rocking for you because we can't put any physical effort into it. I'm guessing that's how Quakers are, If anybody's listening
Quakers
that's
are
a
just
Quaker.
regular, because that's the Friends. That's over. We have them right outside. They're not like Amish. They're just regular people that don't believe in violence.
Oh, Oh, well, that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a Quaker. Do they still get to have the freaky deaky sex? Like
I
bum
think they
sex?
get married and have, like, you know, you're married and you do whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. Good for the Quakers. So, but it's the Puritans that we don't want to be.
No,
No.
I don't think they have those anymore.
You know?
No, I think that died out in like the 1700s.
I thought Meg Pence was a Puritan.
Yeah, the Puritans died out because they were the worst at the sex. that's how you know. Wow, why isn't that religion around anymore? Because those people were the worst at the sex. It was so shameful that they died off.
Right.
Because nobody would have the sex with each other.
Okay, anyways. So the ladies have revolted. I guess the other ones are like, so we're not doing the tournament anymore? Let's kill these guards.
Let's kill these guards.
And so Rumble.
And then what causes the island to blow up?
Well, we'll get to that, but
Okay.
Angel goes to find Dr. Sin / LeChuck, and he's like, hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Have a ninja star. And chucks it at her, and it bounces off her chest.
Yes, these are very deadly to everyone but her.
How does it bounce off her chest? There's
Well-
blood on her chest. It strikes her.
I'll tell you how they didn't cut, like they did in all the other shots when it bounced off the people. Because it always bounces off because it's a Christmas ornament.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, then she picks it up and
She gets a spear out
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
of the
She gets
case
a-
and
Right.
and stabs him,
Uh-huh.
and you could see the blade go into the spear.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
one of those
Yeah, yeah,
fake
yeah.
stabby things.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Nice try, bitch!" Pulls it out.
And then she punches his face off.
Yeah, and then she punches him in the face, and he's like, "Ha ha 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 ha!" And then he pulls his face apart like Play-Doh,
Uh-huh.
and is like, "Eat shit! Look at this seaweed face."
I'm Skeletor.
He's a seaweed face.
He's a seaweed
I think
man.
it's a skull head. I don't think he's the creature from the Black Lagoon. I think he's fucking Skeletor. I think he's got a skull head. This looks like shit.
He's a rubber man.
Yeah, he's a rubber man. He's more rubber now. And then he's like, ha ha, I am really gross looking. Suck it.
Yep.
And here's my fucking death ray. That's cock and balls. It is cock and balls.
It is
Oh, yeah.
cock and balls death ray.
It goes up and down the laser as if it's getting hard.
Yep.
Excellent. Also, why do you have a death ray? I'm very confused on that.
Yeah. Wait. What?
Why does it have a giant straw at the end? That's what I want to like. This droopy straw in the front of it.
That's the Silver Stallion because it's got the case of the clap.
The clap
Yeah, you got to
already.
jam it in there and clean it out. I guess when you get the Infinity Stones, you put them in your death laser that appears to have been manufactured by like GE. And I don't know why they would build cock and ball lasers. Then that makes it so that you can shoot things that then disappear. Small things, because he shoots a desk. He doesn't like
Yeah.
shoot Cleveland.
He shoots a lady.
He shoots a
You
lady.
shoot Cindy. You're like, oh, Cindy.
What are you going to do with this death laser?
Shoot Cindy.
So it just does about as much damage as like a gun?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That sucks.
If you
Except you don't
notice-
have to clean up the bodies.
Yeah.
And you can't carry it, and really it's too big to get out of this room, so you can zap your own stuff.
Well, also, if you notice their other guns, it looks like just sort of like these gardening water wands.
Uh-huh.
So their other guns aren't really guns.
No.
So this is the closest thing they have to a gun in their empire.
Now we can fight the Puritans and the capitalists and take over the world.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to.
No.
Your island sucks. Your tournament fight sucks. Your cock and ball laser sucks.
Uh-huh.
We have fucking choppers and jet fighters and nukes. I mean, you're fucked, Bugato.
He's got magic rocks.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened to the rocks.
They're in the laser.
Yeah, they power the laser.
Oh,
They suck.
I totally missed that.
They suck.
Yeah, like for magic rocks, they are sort of just like plugging it into the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, like magic rocks to me mean like things like I can fly.
Or I can bend time and space and reality and fucking eliminate a third of the entire universe.
Or even just like blow up half of Philadelphia.
Yeah, like, screw you, Philly. Brother, love my ass.
They're like half of a city all at once. I mean, maybe it's not an Infinity Stone, but it's not a laser that can only zap Cindy.
And can't leave the room that it's in because it's too big.
It is too big.
It's so dumb. Okay, so he's like, die, fuckers, and Rick comes in and chops his head off with an axe.
Yeah, Rick is all of a sudden not completely fucking worthless for 2 seconds in this movie.
Right.
But then he seems to have scared himself. Like, after he cuts the head off, he's like, whoa, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
I'm not useless as fuck.
I can't believe he did it either because he couldn't stab him earlier.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, Rick the Dick can come in.
His head comes right off.
And it comes right off and it's like squirting and the head is talking as it's on the floor. I loved this part.
It's totally the Black Knight.
It's awesome.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Come back here, I'll bite your kneecaps off. And they're like, well, I guess it's all over. Or is it? Because the floor opens up and like lightning fingers come out and pick up the head and then take it into hell, I'm guessing.
I guess. And then he says something too, like, I'll be back, or doesn't.
That's at the very end of the movie.
This is not the end.
But not to them. And like, okay, so what's going on down there, bud? And they're like, oh, well, I guess that happened. But they don't even react to it. Like, shit, the floor opened up and red glowing stuff was down there, and like the hands of electricity grabbed his head, and now it's down there. Very strange.
Yeah.
Okay, so
is that what causes the island to blow up?
No.
Okay.
Blackie Dammit comes in.
Oh, that's right. He's been gone for a while because now he has a gorilla.
Because he was a bad guy on the island this whole time. Very convenient. And I guess he got out of jail for doing his job.
I think he got fired. He didn't. I don't know what.
He was getting arrested, man.
Well, the one guy's like, you got to go see the chief, which isn't getting arrested. And the only guy that knew didn't know anything and reiterated that.
Correct.
So we don't really know.
I don't know. But anyways, he comes running in. He's like, die, hippies. And chucks a fucking axe at her. She dodges it. It then turns the laser on to go into crazy fire mode and shoots him in the cack.
Yeah.
And he stands there and screams.
Whereas Cindy got lasered, she completely disappeared.
She's vaporized.
This just blows his dick off like a gun.
Yeah.
I think that because it's gone off so much, right? There's not a lot of juice left in there.
Those are shitty magic
it's
stones.
Shitty magic stones.
So it just was only able to disappear his dick. So that's why he's like, oh my God, it's just fucking gone.
His dick gets lasered by a dick laser.
Uh-huh.
Or a laser dick. So the laser has started zapping everything, and I think that's what causes, like, it blows up the computer equipment that was keeping the volcano in check, is the only thing I can come up with. Because the volcano now erupts.
Yeah.
And they get on the fucking plane that they arrived on, and then the volcano island explodes. It doesn't have lava and, like, do that Joe versus the volcano sink into the ocean thing. No, it just blows up.
It blows up.
Like a fucking car.
Yeah.
It blew its load. Come on, that was super funny. Had a dick laser on there. Whatever, I'm gonna go get a perm.
Do not. You are forbidden. And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then you hear the voice, I'll be back. He pulls a fucking Frank Langella at the end of He-Man.
One of the third girl fights the gorilla.
Yeah. Well, okay.
She kicks him in the nuts.
Yeah, that's right. Because there's a gorilla only because one of the prop guys or the makeup guy showed up. And
We got this.
No, it was in the... Wynorski saw it in his car, I guess. He wasn't even going to try to use it. He's like, you're now the ape in this movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, okay, wait, what?
There's a gorilla in this movie?
There is now.
He's a hunting gorilla, too, because he hunts ladies.
It's so weird.
And he picks his own nose and eats it.
Ew.
Booger-eating gorilla.
Booger-eating gorilla. Okay. Who wants to go first on questions?
So, he couldn't harness the... He didn't use the harnessed power of the volcano to power the cock laser?
Right. Or
he had to wait for magic stones that don't work good?
Or just plug it into the wall. Like, Or go to America and buy guns. We got a lot of them, and you don't have to do very much to get one. Like, we pretty much just hand them out. So
you can sometimes. They were giving them out with mortgages for a while.
Right. Indeed.
Yeah.
You go buy a set of tires, you get a free shotgun.
Get a gun and a steak.
Yeah, and a steak.
Yeah, that was, you could buy a truck and some tires, and you got like a box of burgers and a shotgun.
America. His fucking plan doesn't make sense. It sucks. There's a reason his island empire explodes. Like, I'm surprised they made it this far.
Well, this is why Rick's in charge of it at the FBI, because no one's really that concerned about this guy.
Put Rick on it. God.
Put Pert Plus over.
Yeah,
it.
that's what happens is like put Rick on it, and half the guys are like, "Who's Rick?" And they go Pert Plus. I'm like, oh, yeah, he'll fuck it up.
Yeah, we could. What are we gonna do with Rick? Let's put him in the basement. No, Mulder's already in there. Let's send him to Magatu.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Meanwhile, Assistant Director Skinner, when he shows up with the report, he's like, "You have got to be shitting me! You actually did this? Nice, Rick. God damn it! Huh?
Now what do we do?
Chopped his head off. Wow. Oh, you should take some time off. Yeah, I love your hair.
Yeah, we'll let you know when Parmesan needs to
I
be
don't-
taken care of.
Here's the problem, Rick. I really don't have a bullshit assignment as big as this one anymore. We're gonna have to find you something to do.
Right. Because that's my big question. What the fuck is LeChuck's deal? What has he been up to this entire time?
Petting his snake,
Like, I mean,
which I think is a metaphor.
fine, but has he been looking for the Infinity Stones?
Yeah, but not
it
very
doesn't
hard.
seem he's looking very hard.
No, but
Like, maybe send more ninjas to get the Infinity Stones.
doesn't he have the ability to consume people to be immortal?
He has to kill somebody once a day
Jesus.
in order to keep himself alive.
Maybe go, if you're immortal, maybe you're the one that goes to get the Infinity Stone at the Chinatown junk shop. Like, I'll just walk up and take it. What are you going to do? Shoot me? Fine, go ahead. Just don't cut my head off.
He's not going to shoot him because he can't hit fucking shit.
Right.
The owner was a bad shot.
Like,
Well, not
maybe
to mention-
try harder, LeChuck.
That statue was fucking ugly.
You just go buy it.
Yeah, I'll give you $30.
Done.
He's like, the tag only says 15, but whatever. you sold to the man who can't read.
Why do you want these so bad? Oh, they can power a cock laser.
What?
You know what? Just take it. Get it out of here.
I don't want that.
That sucks. That's what it does.
Please
Cock
don't
laser?
come back.
Yeah.
Please don't come back.
Yeah, I am the supreme leader of a island empire, and I'm gonna build a cock laser that can't leave the room I stored in and only shoots desks and maybe blows a dick off here and then, and I'm gonna take over the world. You know, I don't think you are.
No,
Go ahead and just have it.
that's yours.
Yeah.
That's your. You know what? Just to get you out of here, you can have that Walkman too.
It's got 3 inches of dust on it. But it is bright yellow, so he's never going to lose it.
Yeah.
Jackie, question?
My big question was what happened to the stones and what the fuck power were they giving this guy? But then you guys already answered that for me.
What happens to the stones? Because they blow up in the island.
They're gone forever.
Are they?
They become a bump on the log and the hole in the bottom of the sea.
Well, here's the thing: is that place was built by the Lemurians, so like the ancient city of whatever is gone. It's all gone.
Right. So which leads me to my question. Was anything accomplished in this movie? Did anybody do anything?
I would say that Rick snorkeling to an island is really. That's a hell of a distance swim right there.
Right?
Yeah, it's impressive.
Right? It's just like anybody's goals at the start of the movie didn't get accomplished. I mean, the empire of Magatu gets destroyed, and I guess that's good for Rick, but he didn't do it.
No.
Well, I guess Agent Wolf,
Officer Wolf?
Officer Wolf
Uh-huh.
does get revenge for her brother.
She doesn't get the revenge, though. Rick comes in and fucking chops that guy's
Yeah.
head off.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nobody accomplishes their goals.
Wow, these people suck.
White Star doesn't even have goals.
Right?
Yeah,
she's just hanging
just
out.
there to, I'll fucking kill someone.
I could either live in Xanadu or I could be here.
And the third girl, who I don't even remember her name, Heather, she doesn't have goals either.
Not be in prison, I guess.
But she does beat up a gorilla, so she accomplishes that.
Yeah, right. I don't know if that's what she set out to do on
no,
Tuesday
it isn't.
or whenever this
it's
took
not.
place.
But
Yeah.
I don't think Rick set out to snorkel to an island either.
I don't know. Rick's pretty. He gets loose and fast with the rules.
The rules of the way things work.
Yeah. Anybody else got a question?
Who had the best boobs, do you think?
Oh, dude.
That's kind of like not even a
That's
thing.
not even
However, the number 2, the prison girl, those are pretty nice boobs too.
Okay.
We never got to see Cindy's.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty unclear. Final recommendations on Lost Empire. Jackie, go ahead.
I'm going to give it a do. It's my second time around seeing it. It was more entertaining the second time around because you do see some of those subtle things that you missed the first time around because you're just like enamored by how large White Star's boobs are. But, like the thing with him petting his snake and just...
And the snake, we should mention, it is constantly trying to get away from this guy during this scene.
Yeah, it fucking escapes at one point and starts like making its way down the table like, yeah,
right,
freedom.
Yeah, I'm tired of you touching me.
Snakes aren't fast and this one's still getting away.
Yeah, from a man who's sitting there. Sam?
Yeah, first time and I loved it. It's a do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's just like it's what you get with your favorite Wynorskis, but a little bit extra because he was sort of the haphazard nature of the production adds a little bit to it.
Oh, it is such a train wreck from a production standpoint, but it all works so well because it's so Jim Wynorski.
Yeah.
And the jokes are so damn corny.
Oh, they're so
and
corny.
I missed a lot of them the first time.
Yeah. I really like this movie. This was a surprise for me. I don't know why this isn't a bigger deal.
Yeah, I don't either.
I would think that this would be toured sometimes because it's just, again, so Wynorski. But yeah, this is basically why I put him as a cornerstone with any other bad filmmaker of all time is because of shit like this.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you want from him, and nobody does it better than him.
No.
So,
and it's because he's committed to doing what he wants.
Right. Even if he doesn't know how to do it, which is like so evident here. There's so many screw ups in this movie that, again, like she says a line that doesn't make sense, and they got no choice because they didn't do the fucking scene right.
Yeah, he's reading.
That's crazy.
He's reading the script as fast as he can because they're getting kicked out of the hospital.
Right. Yeah, it's bananas. I mean, just, definitely do. Unfortunately, it's not streaming anywhere. I should have mentioned that. So you gotta pick this up on DVD, but it did have a DVD release, so it shouldn't be very expensive.
It came with a double feature for a while there too, I think. So.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's got to be out there someplace.
Yeah.
We got some listener feedback. First off, on Twitter, tweet us at Stinker Madness. Our good listener Redcap Jack says at Stinker Madness. He's got a movie suggestion here. Hurricane Heist 3. Just skip a second one, but constantly make reference to it with a cameo appearance from CGI Paxton.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, do that. I like it.
Yeah.
That would be a great idea. He says also, in all seriousness, the Hurricane should be played by Liam Neeson. Then we've got some You're Wrong Idiot.
All right.
All right.
From Van Diver.
All right.
Van Diver.
Of course, Tinker Madness.
Known fact checker.
On Facebook.com/Tinker Madness. Talking about our Short Circuit episode.
Sure.
He says, I'm pretty sure the old people from Cocoon weren't the aliens, but they were invited to return to the alien homeworld where they could live forever.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I wonder if that's because old ladies can really bake some cookies and old men can tell some really long stories.
Here's the thing.
And they were bored.
When the aliens showed up, I fucked off. I was scared shitless. I had a bad problem. I was really afraid of aliens for a while there. And we were watching Cocoon, and my mom was like, this is a wonderful movie about aliens. Maybe he won't be afraid of it. And she's like, see how much fun they're having? And then they pull their faces off, and they're fucking aliens. And I'm like, fuck you, Mom!
But it wasn't the old people who pulled their faces off.
I think there was some old people were aliens, and some were just
No,
old
I think
people.
you have twisted the story of Cocoon greatly because this is all confirmed by also good listener Brad H. on Facebook. He says, nope, they weren't aliens.
Okay.
There was aliens in the movie, but the old people weren't aliens. They were just funny old people who like to get in the pool. And the aliens like to get in the pool.
All right.
Everybody likes pools.
Well, there was aliens dressed as humans in their skin.
But I don't think they're in it a whole lot. I think they just go out and like get sandwiches and stuff. Like,
shit, I think we're gonna have to watch this.
I don't want to watch it. It's a scarred memory from my youth.
He'll run out the front door screaming.
I get hit by a car.
The apocalypse is coming.
Yeah.
Van Diver also points out, Sam, you're wrong, idiot, that G.W. Bailey played Captain Harris in Police Academy. We kept saying that he played Mauser, but Mauser was played by Art Matrino.
Art Matrino is Mauser, yes.
Yeah.
Art Matrino from Malibu Express.
Yeah.
So far, none of these have anything to do with me. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think I've got a perfect score.
On the You're Wrong, Idiot?
Yep. I don't think I've ever been called out on my shit.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to try harder.
I mean, you can't really call me out on the weird shit that I say because it's all like, well, I wonder if.
Yeah. Well, let's go fact check space poop. Let's fact check that shit that, aliens poop.
Well, it
you
freezes.
say weird poop shit all the time.
It freezes. That's what meteors are.
Van Diver, where are you on this one?
Okay, gang, that is your show. Sam, what's happening next week?
I can't remember.
Good work.
It's a duology. Jackie. I think that I found a duology of films, a movie and its sequel. That'll be my next 2.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess show up when we launch the episode next Monday. So hope everybody has a great week. Get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.